Republican Congresswoman Michele Bachmann is a John McCain supporter, and she joins us now. Congresswoman, thank you. So translate that sentiment into his position on this bailout package. How will John McCain put folks on Main Street first ahead of Wall Street?
But John McCain would put the folks on Main Street first by remembering the forgotten man, David, in this whole equation. The forgotten man is the American taxpayer, who is not a part of any of these contracts, not a part of any of these transactions. Remember, again, these are private companies that entered into financial contracts. When they were making profits, everything was great. The American taxpayer wasn't the beneficiary. But now when we're seeing losses, now these private companies want the American taxpayer to bear the brunt of those losses. In other words, socializing the losses. That's
right,
why
but so
I'm very
Congressman, it's an unfair process. Everybody agrees it's an unfair process. Does that mean that Senator McCain would oppose this bailout package?
You know, I don't know that Senator McCain has said yet that he opposes it. I know that the House Republicans have very serious reservations about the proposal, because you can address this two ways. One is with putting the American people in chains with future taxation. Another one is to embrace the free market and to embrace capitalism. Because remember, we got to this crisis from the government. It's Congress that created this crisis through Freddie, through Fannie, through the Community Reinvestment Act, through Sarbanes-Oxley, through a number of government-created problems. So what we need to do now is incentivize the marketplace to pour equity in, and in order to do that, we can dramatically cut corporate tax rates, we can completely suspend the capital gains tax rate, and we can do away with Freddie and Fannie. There are some things that we could do.
But Congresswoman, what you're talking about, these measures you're talking about would take some time to get through the Congress, even if they work. The chairman of the Federal Reserve says that if you do not take steps immediately to shore up the credit markets, to get banks loaning money again, that there will be further job losses, there will be a loss of capital, not just in the investment banks, but throughout the U.S. economy. 401k values will go down. In other words, so you and your colleagues, how much more bleeding in the economy are you prepared to accept as opposed to supporting the administration's bailout idea?
Well, remember, David, the United States Congress was told with Bear Stearns, the $29 billion bailout, that if we would go along with that we would see calmness return to the waters. It didn't. We were told that with Freddie and Fannie, with a $400 billion bailout, that the waters would calm. They didn't. We were told that with AIG, $85 billion bailout, the waters didn't calm. We aren't given any evidence right now that with a $700 billion bailout that the waters would actually calm. What are they changing in the situation for doing business in America? We need the United States of America to be the #1 most desirable business climate in the world. Congress is not changing the business climate to be more business friendly. You can't just keep going back to the American taxpayer to say give us more, because let's face it, when you open up Uncle Sam's cash box right now, there's no greenbacks in there. Feathers fly out when you open up the drawer. You can't keep going back to an empty well. So what we need to do is change the marketplace so we're more business friendly. Barney Frank, Chris Dodd's proposal, the Democrat proposal, does not make the American business climate friendly to receive equity. That's what we have to do, David.
All right, Congresswoman Bachmann, I don't want to hold you. I know you have to go vote, but thank you for taking a few minutes.